Welcome. This is the June 17th, 2024 meeting of the Wallingford Zoning Board of Appeals. I'd like to start the meeting by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight's decision will be published in the Record Journal on Friday, June 21st, 2024. The effective date of your variance will be Friday, June 21st, 2024. The date a certified copy is recorded on the land records. The statutory 15-day appeal period will expire on Sunday, July 7th, 2024. If you commence operations and/or construction during the appeal period, you do so at your own risk. Voting tonight, Bob Gross, Tom Wolfer, Bob Prentice, Ray Rise, and myself, Joe Russick. The first variance request is 24-010, variance request for Monahan at 209 High Street. Mr. Vice Chairman, do you have any correspondence, sir?
Yes, I do. Application 24-010 is a variance request for side yard of 6.5 feet where 12 feet is required and 8.5 feet exist in application, in order to convert and extend beneath to foundation an existing bay window into the single-story alcove addition on the west side of the dwelling of 209 High Street in an R12 district. Current bay window is not considered a structure and therefore may project into required setbacks by 18 inches. Applicant proposes an addition alcove incorporating the same dimensions of the existing bay window by extending from grade at first floor single story. This alteration defines the affected area as a structure. It may no longer project into required setbacks and necessitates a variance request.
Thank you. Welcome. Is the green button on in front of you on that microphone?
Yes, it is.
Okay, pull it close to you, please, so we can hear you. There you go. Please state your name and address for the record.
Fred Monahan, 209 High Street, Wallingford, Connecticut.
Thank you. Please explain your application to us.
We have an existing bay window that's in conformance. It extends 18 inches beyond the edge of the house. Now, I live on High Street in the center of town, and as you know, High Street was, well, you may not know, but it went in before we put in our zoning. So the zoning makes any additions to the side pretty much impossible because the houses don't conform to start. So what we need is a variance to fill in under the window. We have a bay window now. We want to bump the house out in the exact position beneath the bay window.
Okay, this is like for structurally supporting?
Well, we would like to be able to move the kitchen table into the bay window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're having a renovation done to the kitchen, and the plan involves just pushing things over a little, and it would be an attractive alteration.
Very good. Has anybody got any questions for the applicant?
You got a question?
I've seen it, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, Bob?
Yeah, so it's not going to change what's the difference that we're going to see from the road?
Silhouette-wise, you will see the window. If the window comes out this far now, you'll see something dropping directly beneath it. So I can't say you won't see anything because there will be, it'll go down beneath it, but it won't come any closer to the neighbor's yard. And it will be in the exact configuration of the bay window above it.
So really, all you're going to see is a foundation underneath the windows. What
Yes.
you're going to see.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Anybody else? Is there anybody here to speak in favor of this application? Anybody to speak against it? Do you have anything further you'd like to add?
No.
Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing and open up for discussion and possible action by the board.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion for a variance request for side yard of 6.5 feet where 8.5 exists, and 12 foot is required to construct a single-story addition to incorporate existing bay window into an alcove at 209 High Street as shown on survey. Property of Frederick Monahan Jr. and Mary Williams, 209 High Street, dated July 1985, and plans received. Is that 3 or 5? 3. 5/15/2024. So moved.
Second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Rice.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Prentice.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Russick.
Yes, your variance request has been approved.
Thank you,
Good
gentlemen.
luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Next variance request is 24-011, a variance request for Anthony at 44 Cooper Avenue. Mr. Vice Chairman, do you have any correspondence there?
We do. Applicant is requesting a variance approvals for front yards of 15 feet and 33 feet where 40 feet is required, and building coverage of 22.5% where 15% max is permitted, and 19% exist in order to construct a 15-foot by 24-foot single-story addition to the dwelling at 44 Cooper Avenue in an R18 district. Parcel is a corner lot predating the inception of zoning. Request for building coverage based on submitted survey totals 18% rather than 22.5% requested. Existing building coverage is compliant at 14% where 15% maximum is permitted. Should the applicant propose alternate 360 square foot addition option such as vertical VA dormers, the building coverage variant request would be eliminated and property would remain compliant relative to coverage, while the front yard setback request would be significantly reduced. As proposed, the addition is more than 97% located within the required front yard. The board may also grant less than requested, and any approval should reflect the amended building coverage totals as per plan submitted.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hi.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Maria Anthony, 44 Cooper Avenue, Wallingford.
You could pull that microphone close to you, please.
Ralph Anthony, 44 Cooper Avenue.
Welcome. Please explain your application.
Okay. So I did a little bit of homework yesterday, so I'm just going to read this paper. It's really short. Okay. So hardship. The variance stays with the property and remains in effect when there is a change in ownership. Hardship is the parcel of land resulting from condition existing. It should not affect the district. So with us, our house is in a non-compliance lot. When the development was constructed in the 1950s, the current zoning did not apply, and that's what you guys call predating the inception of zoning. Our house is a corner lot, so the setbacks are greater than homes that are not in corner lots. So we have 3 structures on our lot. We have a house, a detached garage, and a small shed. Okay. We bought our house almost 3 years ago. It was a tear down resulting in a rebuilt from a previous fire. We bought it almost new. Lots of permits listed with the town on the rebuilt of the house. So when we bought the house, we took down trees, we checked with the towns. We put up a vinyl fence, we checked with the towns. We bought a shed, we checked with the town. Now, because of a personal reason, hardship, not that that counts, we desperately need another bedroom. We are taxpayers and good law-abiding citizens. We take pride in our home as it is one of the nicest houses on the street. So adding a bedroom would not take away from the street, neighbors, or the town. We're at the mercy of the zoning board to approve the variance so that we can get a permit to build the desperately needed bedroom. I just wanted to add, because I was kind of confused with the description of the minutes, that sounds like there's two requests. We just want the side of the house, which is called the front yard. So it's kind of is attached to the house. It's really small. We have a fence there, so it won't even come near the fence. That's why I don't think it'll look bad from the street. It'll just be a little bit out. I don't know if that matters, but,
So,
so the side
so,
yard.
okay, so you're here because you want to add on to your house for a
Yes.
bedroom?
Yes,
Okay. And you want to, my understanding is, and what I'm interpreting here, is you want to keep it a single-story home?
yes.
Okay. And is there going to be, not that it, but there's going to be bathroom and whatever,
No.
or just a bedroom?
Just a little bedroom.
Okay. All right. And what was your other question in that you didn't understand? You said,
Well, the description of this would be okay, that would be okay. I didn't,
well, what the planning office was doing was saying that if you put a second story on, you wouldn't need to have the variance. It would be just,
Oh,
you'd
further
be
down the
going
line.
up, right? So that's
Okay.
what their suggestion is.
okay,
So that's where the confusion
Okay.
probably comes. That's what their alternative was to you requesting a variance.
okay.
So this is just a addition for a bedroom? That's
Right.
it. Okay. So anybody got any questions? Bob?
Yes, since the planning and zoning talked to you about going up, why don't you want to go up then? Because that wouldn't require any variances.
Oh, that doesn't, okay, so what our builder said that you can't go through a room to get to a bathroom, or you can't get a room, like you can't go through a room. So it's a cape, so you go up the stairs, we have a bedroom here, and a bathroom in the middle. So where would we go up? We already have 2 bedrooms and a
You
bathroom.
have dormers on there, I saw. You can't raise a dormer?
Do we have dormers there? We don't
Don't
have
you?
dormers on the house.
Bedrooms up there?
There's 2 bedrooms, but there's not like a dormer, isn't that like the
There's
window?
rooms upstairs?
There's 2 rooms
Okay, I
upstairs.
didn't even realize there was a room upstairs.
Yeah.
And so you could add on upstairs then?
Well, our building guy said that we would not be able to because we would have to go through one of the bedrooms and that would be a fire hazard.
I don't know about fire code, but town planner?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
By adding a dormer, right now you have a cape, which has limited usable floor space on the second floor. When you add a dormer, you raise the roof on one side. So you now have what is unusable space or storage space, I don't know how your particular house is configured, now is living space. So you could find 360 square feet by removing that unusable living space upstairs.
Okay.
And yes, it may require reconfiguring walls to accommodate a bathroom that may or may not be there, but you're gaining the space to do it. What the office is doing is suggesting to the board that there is a means to comply. When we have a hardship, we can't comply due to the hardship, but you have an option. You could also extend single-story to the rear and be in the building envelope. So it would still be a coverage, but it would eliminate the front yard variance. So there's a couple options that eliminate the need for both
So you're
variances.
saying, based on the way this house, I went there today, but I didn't walk in the back, so you're saying if you can go off the back of the house in a different location, it would be compliant?
You can see it on your plans. And again, this may mean that we have to reconfigure some entry points, et cetera, but
Just by moving it, then they could
it shows,
become...
just by putting it to the rear, it removes the front yard variance need because they can maintain what they already have, certainly, that
And they can be
encroaches.
compliant that way?
That
Okay.
doesn't, the storage is very small. So those storage, the little cross, you open up a little door and there's like a little attic, that's small. Like the size of this desk on both sides. I don't see, I mean, if somebody from the town could come out, but I really don't see that being possible, putting a bedroom up there. There's small rooms as it is, and the roof line goes like this.
If I may, Mr. Chairman. Your first floor has 878 square feet. If you put 2 dormers on the front and the rear of the existing, your second story would also have 878 usable square feet. Right now, it has 307.
So, we hired people, and we paid them a lot of money, and they didn't tell us that.
It's just a suggestion when there's an alternative, whether or not it's expensive or feasible or construction-wise, it's just an alternative, something to offer the board to consider.
Thank you. Anybody else got any questions for the applicant?
It's been explained.
Is there anybody here to speak in favor of this application? Anybody here to speak against it?
Well, I do. I would rather, can I do that?
Well, just one second.
Okay.
Seeing there's none, okay, go ahead. What do you got to say?
Sorry. I would rather put it on the first floor. It just would make more sense for us. You know, we'll be there forever, and we want the bedroom on one level as we get older. It would look nice on the side. It, you know, would complement the house and the neighborhood, and I think there's plenty of room, but, you know, like I said, it was predated zoning, so I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to close the public hearing and open up for discussion and possible action by the board.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve a variance request for building coverage of 18%, where 14% exists, and maximum 15% is permitted to construct a 360 square foot single-story addition at 44 Cooper Avenue, as shown on the parcel survey 44 Cooper Avenue, and plans received and the application May 16, 2024. So moved.
Second.
Motion to approve this is for building coverage. Mr. Gross.
No.
Mr. Wolfer.
No to approve.
Mr. Rice.
Yes.
Mr. Prentice.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Russick.
Yes.
Doesn't carry.
Doesn't carry.
Okay. You can go to the next one.
Next motion is variance request for front yard of 15 feet where 25.5 feet exist and 40 feet is required to construct a 360 square foot single-story addition at 44 Cooper Avenue, as shown on parcel survey 44 Cooper Avenue, and plans received with application May 16, 2024. So moved.
Second.
This is for the front yard variance. Mr. Gross.
No to approve.
Mr. Wolfer.
No to approve.
Mr. Rice.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Prentice.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Russick.
Yes. That one failed also. So both your requests have been denied.
And I can still go with the upstairs if...
Yeah, you can tomorrow give Amy a call and have a conversation with her.
You may present something else to the board, because that would still require one variance, but not two, to go up, and you absolutely may.
Okay.
Are invited
Great.
to connect with me to
Thank you.
look into that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next variance request is 24-012, a variance request for Siddiqui for 57 Simpson Avenue. Mr. Vice Chairman, do you have any correspondence?
Yes. Applicant requests front yard of 17.5 feet where 20 feet is required and 22.5 feet exists to construct a single-story, 5 foot by 20 foot covered front porch at 57 Simpson Avenue in an R11 district. Lot is 66% of required lot size in a R11 zone. Parcel was created in 1999 as a result of the variance approval to split the lot at 55 Simpson Avenue, creating two undersized lots. 57 Simpson Avenue was created and dwelling constructed in 1999, following approval and erected compliant with all setbacks and building coverage requirements. That's all I have.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hold the microphone close to you so we can hear you.
Yes.
State your name and address for the record.
Mir Siddiqui, 57 Simpson Avenue, Wallingford.
Welcome. So explain your application to us, please.
My house is a colonial, like there is no any front or porch. So as soon as you, we get in the house, it's a living room.
Yeah.
And I have like all three kids, they all bring with their shoes. It's right up, as soon as they get all the dirt, they come with it. And I don't have any space on the other side. There's a slope, way slope, so I cannot, make anything in the right side.
Okay.
And the left side is a driveway, so I have to park my car on the
Right.
side. So I have to put something in the front, yeah.
So you want to put a covered porch on the front of your house?
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody got any questions for the applicant?
Any questions?
So you want the porch to go the whole length of the house?
Yes, sir. So, I don't know, I have a
With the front of the house?
Yeah, it's 22 length.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I have to, I just measurement, it's 22 feet long, my house. So I think I have to leave like 1 foot or something according to the board. I don't know, so that's why I put like 100, 20 feet. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So you want to have a covered porch on the front of your house, the width of your house?
No. I want to make it be and make it nice,
Yeah.
And this was built after zoning? This was an undersized lot that was,
This was
Built on.
unusual.
yes, because I was,
This lot was split off from number 55, I believe it was, in the 90s by variance. So they created, at the time, 2 undersized lots. This house was built in the 90s, so it was after zoning, but it was operating under a lot that's a portion of the size that is necessary, allowable by that variance.
so they might have wanted to build a porch on there, but they wouldn't have been, they might not have been.
He has
they
two
might-
and a, he has 2.5 feet of what he would like to come forward. He needs to come into it 2.5 more feet.
So how, I had on there, so you want to build it how wide?
I have 22 feet.
No.
Long.
width.
I want to make it I think, I don't know the rules and regulations, so I want to make it 21 feet, but, I get a front 5 feet.
5 feet, right?
5 feet.
Yeah.
And the board, if I may, point of order, that the request was for 20. We can't grant more.
20
So-
feet, right, that's what's on
Yeah,
the
so
plan.
that would maybe pull it in a foot on either side, but it was 5 feet in depth.
Right. The plan shows 20 feet. Yeah.
So you can't, but would 3 feet keep it within zoning?
I'm sorry?
Would 3 feet keep it within zoning?
He has 2.5.
Okay.
So he's asking for a 17.5-foot front setback instead of 20.
Yeah, so if he didn't build the,
He'd only have 2.5 feet.
yeah, so instead of 5 feet, he'd have to build it 2.5 feet.
And yeah, it's
It's
not even,
small. Yeah, I
it's
know.
not even buildable at that point, so correct.
I just have a hard time with it, because this was a lot that was built this way. And to
They
continue-
created it in the 90s by variance
And
for,
then, and now what you're doing is making another variance on the property that doesn't meet code.
well, no, the variance is not on his
Oh,
property.
but I'm saying, no, I'm saying, if you, well, the size of the property is small.
But that was based on the split from
Right.
lot, not his. He has no variances, and the house is 100% compliant.
Right.
They could have pushed it, they could have built it 2.5 feet further back, and he
And
wouldn't
then it
be
would have
here.
been compliant. I just have a hard time with it.
Okay. Anybody else? Any questions?
Yeah, I guess my question is, what is this 5-foot by 20-foot thing going to do for you? It's just a porch area? Is that?
Yeah, it's a porch,
Just-
front door porch, so that my kids can, whatever said before. As soon as we get in, that's the living room.
Right.
So all comes with the shoes, everything. So we had a hard time. So me and my wife,
Right.
So that's why if we make the porch, we can, leave
your
the
shoes
stuff
off
in
or
the-
whatever,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
in the porch.
Yeah, I guess my
One
question,
second.
Amy, for you would be, what is this going to do to the rest of the street? Anything? I mean, Or is it just a matter of distances that are required?
Actually, most of the homes on that street do predate zoning and are much closer.
Okay.
And even if he were to put a cover over the stoop, the state, it would require the same variance. So it's just an open, like a deck with a roof. Once he puts a roof on it, a cover over it, it's not a room, so.
Okay.
You all set, Bob?
Yeah.
Bob, you got something you want to say? Huh? You all set? Okay. Anybody else?
Nope.
Is anybody here to speak in favor of this application? Anybody speak against it? Hearing, seeing none. Do you have anything further you'd like to add?
Sorry, sir?
Is there anything further you'd like to add? Anything further you want to say?
That's all we needed. Like,
Okay. I'm going to close the public hearing and open up for discussion and possible action by the board.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve a variance request for a front yard of 17.5 feet where 22.5 exists and 20 feet is required to construct a single-story 5-foot by 20-foot covered front porch at 57 Simpson Avenue, as shown on the map showing parcels A and B, property of Catherine M. Wazaleski, 55 Simpson Avenue, dated 7/22/99, and submitted plans received May 16, 2024. So moved.
Second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Rice.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Prentice.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Resick.
Yes, your variance request has been approved.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
The next variance request is 24-013 for a variance request for Messina for 75 Dutton Street. Mr. Vice Chairman, do you have any correspondence?
Yes. Request is for a front yard of 4.64 feet where 4.64 feet exist, and 20 feet is required to construct a 22.4 foot by 24.2 foot second floor addition to the rear of existing dwelling at 75 Dutton Street in an R11 district. Lot is a corner lot with 2 front yards. The front yard requested is existing and is relative to the secondary front yard along North Elm Street. Lot is just over 50% of the required lot size for an R11 zone, and both the lot and dwelling predate the inception of zoning. That's all I have.
Thank you. Welcome. Please state your name and address for the record.
Jason Messina, 75 Dutton Street.
Please explain your application. What are you trying to do?
So I have, I live in a Cape, 3 bedrooms currently, 2 stories. Looking to add a 4th bedroom above a pre-existing room that's in the back of my house.
So all you're going up is vertical?
Yes.
You're not changing any of the footprint, you're just going vertical?
No,
Okay.
it's just a bedroom, no bathroom.
Okay. Anybody got any questions for the applicant?
As I saw it, what's going to happen with that big tree? Are you going to affect that big tree at all there, or is that basically going to stay where it is?
Well, I'm not too sure how high we're going, but I don't think it'll be in the way of any branches at that tree.
Okay. I was just wondering, because I didn't get out and measure it or anything, but I was looking at it, and I was like, I could end up being close and, concerned, obviously concerned with branches
Sure.
falling down on top of it, but it looks like your backyard is also maybe affected a little bit too, so, okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Any questions? No? Is there anybody here to speak in favor of this application? Anybody here to speak against it? Hearing, seeing none. Do you have anything further you'd like to add?
No.
I'm going to close the public hearing and open up for discussion and possible action by the board.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve a variance request for the front yard of 4.64 feet where 4.64 feet exist, and 20 feet is required to construct a 542 square foot second-story addition at 75 Dutton Street as shown on proposed plot plan 1, and of Jason M. Messina, 75 Dutton Street, dated May 16, 2024, and submitted plans received May 17, 2024. So move.
Second.
Motion to approve, Mr. Gross.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfer.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Rice.
Yes to approve.
Mr. Prentice.
Yes to approve.
And Chairman Russell.
Yes, your variance request has been approved. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Tom, how's the minutes look this month?
Very good, Mr. Chairman, very good.
So can I get a motion to accept the minutes?
Absolutely. Make a motion to accept the minutes of the April 15th, 2024 meeting as submitted.
All in favor?
Second.
Aye.
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 Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
I wanted to do that.